Wait, is Thomas going to beat it?
Who left?
It's down to 2 Goombas.
And I know which 2 Goombas it is.
I know what 2 Goombas those are.
Wait, where? I hear
The worst room in the level, I think. I'm gonna be real.
So easy, nothing's happening.
If you just, oh my god.
Bro did not. Wait, you went through? Save the clip, Thomas. No way. Oh my god. Why would you do that?
Welcome back to the Turtle Jam podcast. I'm the Turtle.
And I'm the Jam. I really don't like saying that.
You really don't. I like. You want to start over?
No. Keep this in.
Okay. But I'm Thomas.
And I'm Jorge.
And welcome to the Turtle Jam podcast.
Episode 3, the big 3.
Episode 3. Yes, we are almost 1/7 of the way to episode 21.
We're going to reach it, guys.
We will. But episode 3, we are recording this in March, which is the 3rd month. I think it was meant to be. But
True.
Speaking of March, the Oscars.
Yeah.
The Oscars are in March, famously. They happened. I made some predictions. We'll talk about those later. But Jorge, I feel like this is probably your first time actually like watching part of the Oscars, and so what did you think?
I thought it was interesting. Now, I watched like the first 3 awards, and then after like I went to sleep. But then I woke up and watched some clips. I haven't watched too many of the movies, so like I don't know if they like deserve which movies deserve to what awards. But I'm happy what did the Brutalist win?
The Brutalist won Best Actor.
Best Actor. Yeah. He was good, but his speech was very long.
Okay, yeah. We'll get to his speech later. 'Cause I have a lot to say about Adrian Brody. It also won something. Did it not win anything else? But did you enjoy watching for what you saw?
Yeah, it seemed cool, but I mean, like, it's just never been my type of thing exactly. But I don't know. I think the Oscars are so cool, but at the same time, they're like a corporate show. So
Yeah, I agree.
But then there's movies, documentaries like No Other Land that win, and I'm like, oh my! I am so surprised these won, cause like I really thought they wouldn't. So.
All right. So, of course, the big name of the night was Anora. Anora was called, I believe, 5 times. But
I
it
saw.
won Best Picture, Best Leading Actress, Best Original Screenplay. What else? It won 2 other things.
Would you say
but
it was deserving of all those?
I would say so. I really did like Anora. I watched it earlier this week, and I think Mikey Madison was amazing in it. I didn't really enjoy the ending at the time, but I rewatched the ending because I was watching someone like talk about it and how like it won her the Oscar, and I kind of grew to appreciate it. It's still not my favorite ending of a film, but I really enjoyed it, and I think it deserved the award. Oh, Sean Baker won for Best Director also, and Best Editing. I think it also won. But yeah, no, Sean Baker, who's the director of Anora, he broke a record. He is the first person to win 4 Oscars for one movie in one night.
Holy! Oh my God!
There's one person who has done it before to win 4 Oscars in one night, and it was Walt Disney. but he won it for 4 different films
Walt Disney.
in one night. Walt Disney won 4 Oscars for 4 different films.
Wow. That's really. I don't know why I thought someone like Steven Spielberg would have won that already, but
Um, Spielberg isn't a big Oscar winner. Like, I
Which-
feel like
that's kind of surprising because I feel like he's
I
one of
don't.
the most.
I don't think he won. Yeah,
renowned
he is like a very
directors.
prestigious director.
Yeah.
But I feel like he didn't win like an award until like Saving Private Ryan or Schindler's List.
Hmm.
Which I know. Wait, no, I am just wrong. I think Jaws won something. But yeah, you'd expect him to be more.
Yeah. So, I mean, congrats to Noah. I only saw like 5 minutes of the film, I think, but it looked cool. So, and if you say it was good, then
Mm-hmm.
I trust you in that. So,
But speaking of trusting, if it was good, because I haven't watched it. What did you think of The Brutalist? All 3.5 hours of it.
it was good. I actually liked it a lot more than I was expecting. Because I feel like. Because The Brutalist was basically a very dialogue heavy movie. So I feel like I'm not really the type of person to like those kind of movies. Because I get bored pretty quickly. But it was actually like captivating. I think Adrian Brody did a a really good job being the quote unquote brutalist. um I think it was a little too long. Like there was some scenes that dragged out and I was like, okay, this is getting a little a little boring.
Yeah, it's getting a little.
And the
too
ending
much.
felt a little rushed. I'm not going to spoil, but like right when it hooks you, you're like not that like it was hooking me the whole movie, but there was really a huge event that happened, and I was like, wait, like that's it. So that was a little like off-putting, but I still really liked it. And when I watched it with 2 other friends, I think we all kind of agreed that the first half before the intermission was better than the second half, but it was good overall. So I enjoyed it.
Well, did you think that it had really good music and cinematography? Because that's the other 2 things it won.
Okay, cinematography, yes. There was so many cool shots, especially like the movie sound is based around like an architecture, so it was really cool just seeing some shots of like some rooms and just like the environment and stuff. It was really powerful, especially in the end. But the music, I'm not so sure. Like I didn't really keep track of the music, so I couldn't tell you like any.
I feel like music is like the most film buff like kind of award. Like, oh, I think like the score here is like really good because like yeah, there are like I think John Williams has won it the most, and I feel like John Williams scores are very like like unique. But like other than that, I feel like music is just something that like the general audience won't pay attention
I was just
to.
going to say it's not like your average person is going to really come out of the movie and be like, you know what, the music was just fantastic. It was like really something. Like I feel like you don't really hear that a lot unless you're a major like film guy or whatever. So yeah, I didn't keep track, but I'm wondering if like the people I watched it with did keep track of it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
That's interesting. But see, it's funny you say that because I feel like Sonic 3, I feel like had a good soundtrack, even though I could not. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree, but I don't think. Well, do you mean like soundtrack or like the background music? Because I think those are 2 separate things. Like,
Background music. Yeah.
I don't think Sonic 3 could have been nominated for Best Original Sound because
I mean, probably not.
we're transitioning into the other part of the Oscars I want to talk about is all the Oscars drama that I never touched on last week.
I mean,
I started talking about some last week. But
listen,
I wanna
like,
talk about more.
yeah, I appreciate talking about the winners and really seeing how cool some of these awards are. But I mean, really, most of the Oscar talk is about the drama, so I do look forward to that. But
But a noted contender that wasn't in the music original score category was Dune Part 2.
I could see some
So
people
the
being
reason why
angry.
this was controversial was because people loved the Dune Part 2 soundtrack. And the Dune Part 1 soundtrack was nominated a couple years ago. But the rules dictate that if it's a sequel or if it's an adaptation of something, the music has to be 70% original music and can't like remix like old music. So the Academy deemed Dune's 2 score too similar to the first Dune score. So they couldn't nominate it for the Oscar. Which is why I don't think that if like let's say Sonic 3
was somehow nominated.
Yeah, I don't think it would be able to be nominated because it's adapting music that's already existed.
That's
like the Sonic themes and everything.
Would it be a hot take if like I kind of agreed with that kind of ruling? Because
no, not at all. I feel like just a lot of people are upset about Dune.
I mean, yeah, I can understand being upset, but at the same time, it does make sense, no? Because if they allowed that, like sequels being able to just like copy music or whatever, or remix a lot of it from the first, and if the first movie's music is already so good, then they would just win that again, no? So
yeah,
so
I get that.
It's better to give like opportunities to other movies that aren't sequels. And as if I remember correctly, as you just said, it's 70% doesn't 70% can't be from the first movie.
70% can't, I believe.
Then there's still that 30% that can be. So I think it's actually a lot more fairer than people think.
Yeah,
That's just my personal
it's just
take.
like,
I mean, did Dune 2... Well, at the same time, how do they measure that percentage exactly? Like that?
Okay, wait, I have it pulled up. Some pre-existing music is allowed, though, but a contending film must include a minimal of original music. This minimum, since 2021, is established as 35% of the music, which is raised to 80% for sequels and franchise films. So, it's 80% apparently for sequels.
Okay.
Which, it kind of does make sense.
Yeah. Just, I wonder how they measured that percentage. That is so interesting.
But, yeah. So are you ready to get into some Oscars drama that's happened in years past?
Oh yeah, I'm excited. Are we going like all over or chronological?
We are gonna go all over.
Alright.
But we're gonna be starting in 2017.
Okay. What was some of the big movies that year? I don't remember.
2017. Let me look up real quick. What movies do you think came out in 2017? Or 2016? Oscars. It's the year beforehand. When they say it's annoying.
So real.
2016 Oscars. What do you think?
The years like 2016, 17, 18 kind of meld together in my mind. So like, I don't even know. 2016? Moana? When did Moana come out?
I think Moana may have been 2016.
Oh my god, that's insane. Oh, Avengers? Infinity War?
No, Infinity War was 2018.
Yeah, I couldn't name you off the top of my head 2016 movies.
Okay, well, 2016 movies. Your Name came out in 2016. Captain America: Civil War, Zootopia, Rogue One: A Star Wars Story, Deadpool, Doctor Strange, Sausage Party.
So a lot of good, but also mid or just absolute trash.
Yeah, it was a very weird time. Oh, Suicide Squad that came out that year.
Oh my god.
Norm of the North that came out.
Okay, never mind. A lot of trash.
Okay, but there are two movies that came out in particular in 2016. That were the highlight of the Oscars. Those movies
boy.
being La La Land and Moonlight. Do you
La
know
La.
what happened? La La Land and Moonlight.
I do not. I only recognize La La Land.
Okay. Moonlight is this film about a young African American man who is struggling with his sexual identity, and it's a very good movie. This is the height of this is right after 2016. So this is 2017. The Oscars saw white movement and the Me Too movement were at like an all-time high.
Yeah.
So diversity was being very explored by the Academy and other award shows. So Moonlight was the front runner.
I think I can predict what's going to happen, but go on.
No, you can't. I tell you, you cannot. If you don't know what's about to happen.
Really?
La La Land. It's the story of Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling falling in love. It's a musical.
People
Damien
love that
Chazelle.
movie, right?
Yes, people love that movie. It's directed by the guy who made Whiplash, which is my favorite movie.
Oh wow! Okay.
People love La La Land. So the whole night, it was basically everybody was looking forward to who was gonna win. Was it gonna be the predicted Moonlight, or was it gonna be a La La Land
Surprise.
Comeback? Surprise. So the Oscar before was best. So there's 3 Oscars left in the night. It's Best Actor, Best Actress, and the Best Picture. Best Actor went to Mahershala Ali, who was in Moonlight. He won for Moonlight, and everybody was like, clap, clap, clap. He gave a speech, and then it went to Best Actress. Best Actress went to Emma Stone for La La Land.
Okay.
So it was a tight race.
Yeah.
Emma Stone went up, accepted her award, went back down. It was time for Best Picture. The presenters were Faye Dunaway and Warren Beatty, or Betty. I don't know how to pronounce it, but they're known for Bonnie and Clyde. It was the 80th anniversary of Bonnie and Clyde. Or the 60th. It was the 60th anniversary for Bonnie. No, I can't do math. It was
What
the
year did
50th.
it come out?
It came out in 1967. It was the 50th anniversary of Bonnie and Clyde, so they came out to do Best Picture. So they're talking. They talk about stuff that people talk about before they present the award. They say everything, and then they open up the envelope and they say, and the winner is La La Land. And then everybody's like, oh my god, La La Land won. Everyone's so excited. The producers go on stage. 3 of them get to speak. And then you see a stage manager run onto stage. And
what?
And nobody knows what's happening. They just see people freaking out. And they don't know why. Halfway through this guy's speech, one of the producers, he says, oh, by the way, we lost. And then everyone's like, what? And then they're like, Moonlight, you guys won Best Picture. And he's like, this isn't a joke. And then he grabs the envelope and he shows the camera. He says, Moonlight, Best Picture. And then everyone was like, what? And then everyone in the crowd is like clapping again. They're playing the Moonlight music now. So what's happening is there is only a few people that know who won the Oscars. There's like 3 people in the building. It's the stage manager and like 2 people who engraved the statues or something like that. They know everything. So they write it down onto the envelopes and then they seal them away. Nobody else knows. Not the people at the cameras, not the people doing the music. Nobody knows except for these 3 people.
So is there like miscommunication or something? Or
when they went onto stage with the envelope for Best Picture, they grabbed the wrong envelope.
oh my god.
They grabbed the envelope for Best Leading Actress, which just went to Emma Stone for La La Land.
So wait, wait.
So Warren Beatty is on stage. He's holding the thing. He says the Oscar goes to. He flips it open and he reads the Emma Stone La La Land, and he's like, I don't know what to do in this situation. This isn't the right envelope. And then Faye Dunaway, Bonnie, is right next to him, and she says La La Land before, like, he's trying to signal to someone that there's a problem here.
But it's already too late by then.
Faye Dunaway just straight did not care, just said La La Land, and then booked it out of there. She was never seen that night again. She just left.
Hey, I leave too.
Warren is like on stage going, what the fuck? He was like, okay, I guess. But then the stage managers are running in and they're like, this isn't the right envelope. You guys didn't win. And it's such a really
awkward.
sad moment, because this guy's giving his speech and he's about how like the hard work to get this movie done.
Oh
and how,
my god.
And then they're like, oh, but we didn't even win. So yeah, that was the big thing that night. The host, Jimmy Kimmel,
amazing,
comes onto stage and then he's like, I blame Steve Harvey for this. And it's a joke because Steve Harvey famously did the same thing like a year earlier with the Miss America contest, where or Miss Universe contest, where he said the wrong country's name won. But everyone was like, that's insane.
So
but yeah,
that really that was just a major just major stupidity all around.
It was major stupidity on Warren Beatty got like most of the blame, which is really stupid because he was the only one who identified the problem.
Yeah, no, I don't blame it on him at all. First, Bo recognized the problem, but he wasn't even the one who read it. It was
it was Faye Dunaway.
Yeah, Faye Dunaway read it.
Bonnie.
So
yeah, so they were like, okay, but then it was just really like a bizarre situation that like nobody predicted was gonna happen.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, but at the same time, it's so it must have been so sad for them. Like they thought they won this thing that they worked so hard for, just to be told, oh yeah, by the way, you actually didn't win. Like that's oh my god. Did the director seem like visibly mad, or was he just like, did he handle the situation well?
He handled it with respect. He was like, he was holding the Oscar and he said, no, I'm gonna stay up here and hand it to my friends at Moonlight. Like, he was like, I don't feel bad about this. They deserve it too. So like,
that is
and then
major respect.
Jimmy Kimmel, he sat in the audience because it's almost like the end of the show. Like, he's gonna do a bit that's gonna end it, and then like he's sitting next to Matt Damon because they have a bit that they're gonna do. Because Jimmy Kimmel famously hates Matt Damon.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's this joke on his show. He doesn't actually hate him, but he's like, oh God, what's happening? And he goes up, and then he's like, oh, blah blah blah. He's like, I blame Steve Harvey. He's like, and then like while they're trying to sort the issue, he's trying to crack jokes, and he's like, why doesn't everybody get an Oscar? And he's like, everyone's like, Jimmy, you're not helping right now.
That is
like.
That is so.
Like, that's an insane thing to say to like all the producers that are losing like this Oscar that they just.
Why doesn't everyone just?
And then he was like, why doesn't everyone get an Oscar?
I know, but I'm not. Like, this is probably the reason why people want Jimmy Kimmel. They don't want him hosting the Oscars. That is interesting.
However, I'm gonna segue into the next mistake.
Oh boy.
That was like the first time like the Academy made a mistake and they owned up to it. But there's this rumor that in 1993 they said the wrong name and they never fixed it.
What?
This has never been confirmed, but a lot of people think it happened. It was in 1993, and it was for the best supporting actress category. The winner was Marissa Tomei for My Cousin Vinny, which I think is an incredible performance. I love her in that movie. I love that movie. But a lot of people at the time didn't believe that she actually won. And the reason is because the presenter, Jack Palasan, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Jack Palasan. He was so drunk. And, like, you could tell he was drunk. He was slurring his words.
Oh
People
my
just
God.
thought he said the last name because he couldn't read what was on the paper, so he just drunkenly said the last name he read out. And everyone thinks the Academy was too scared to, like, actually own up to it. Like,
But is that like the only evidence? Like, is there more evidence?
that's
Or it's just
the other evidence is just that the other actresses apparently did a good job that year, and a lot of people just didn't believe that Marissa Tomei deserved it, which I think is kind of bullshit. Because
I don't know how. Like, on one hand, I could see why the Academy at that time. When did the whole Oscars thing start exactly? Like, what year did they?
The Oscars, they started. Let me do some math real quick. In 1928.
Oh my. Okay.
The last one was the 97th annual Oscar.
Never mind then, because I was going to say if they like were just starting, I could see them covering it up to like
Nope.
they don't want
Nope.
this to derail. But it's already been going on for 50 plus years, so that I mean like I think maybe she actually did win. Like
No, she definitely did win. I'm gonna say this right now. She definitely did. A lot of people think this. I don't believe it.
yeah, it's just not like sufficient enough. Like it was the guy drunk. Probably.
Yes.
But did he mess up that bad and then the Oscars would just choose like to cover it up? I don't think so, cuz that would be like really insane of them to do. And I feel like I don't know, I feel like it would be brought up more as a joke or something or like referenced or something like that. But I think it was just she actually won that. The guy was just drunk, but he read what was on the card.
Like, that's what I remember hearing from the story. There's a chance he wasn't drunk. He just said the wrong name, and no one was mad enough to like actually say something about it. But
I mean, that's also
alright.
true because times were different. Like, people.
Yeah.
There wasn't really social media back then, so it's not like people could, quote unquote, cancel the Oscars or whatever. So
Yeah,
they wouldn't
I
receive that
guess.
much backlash from.
It very much just was a rumor at the time, and I'm sure like it's just like.
I mean, yeah,
it's like-
it's a fun rumor, but like, I don't think it's actually true.
I also just think it was just to discredit like her role in that movie. Which,
Yeah.
like, she does a great job.
Which, for
and
that,
I
is kind of
don't care what
cringe.
people say.
Like, yeah, regardless if she won or not, I'm sure she did. She definitely deserved being nominated at least. So.
Okay, but speaking of being embarrassed, Jorge, do you remember the year 2023?
I can't really say I do, but
Wait, no, I said the wrong year. 2022.
2022. Oh, of course.
Oh, you remember 2022?
Yeah.
Now, what? Do you remember what happened at the Oscars in 2022?
Actually, wait. I might be thinking of the Will Smith slap.
That's what you should be thinking, because in 2022, Will Smith famously slapped Chris Rock. At the
Wait,
Oscars.
that you?
Yes.
Why did I think it was like 2020? Oh my god.
No, it was 20. Oh god, am I wrong? It would be really embarrassing if I was wrong about this. It was for King Richard. What year did King Richard come out? I think it was 2022. Because 2023 was the year Jimmy Kimmel hosted afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, who hosted last year?
Was it not Chris Rock? Or was he just,
No. It was Chris Rock, Jimmy Kimmel, somebody else, Conan O'Brien. Who hosted last year?
I mean, that's I cannot believe it was that recent. Still.
No, but yeah. Of course, you know the story, but I'm just gonna retell it for the people who don't know. Um, uh, Will Smith, famous actor, rapper, comedian, sometimes, is in the front row. He is there for the movie King Richard, which is a biopic about Serena Williams and Venus Williams' father, and about the struggles of like him as their coach growing up or something, like them growing up and he's the coach. I haven't seen the movie, but Will Smith is there, and he's with his wife Jada Pinkett Smith, who he their relationship is very public, that it's not very healthy.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
I kind of want
But-
to get into that after, but
Yeah,
finish the yeah.
but they don't but he's there for the movie, and Chris Rock comes up. I thought he was hosting. Chris Rock was not hosting. He was just announcing an award.
Oh,
But he was just doing some stand up. He was just doing some improv, and then he looks out in the audience and he sees Jada Pinkett Smith, who has a shaved head. He just sees that, and he says, "Oh, hey Jada, I loved you. Oh wait, no." He's like, "Hey Jada, can't wait to see you in G.I. Jane 2," which is a joke because G.I. Jane has a bald head, and so does Jada Pinkett Smith. And then Will Smith, like,
just sat the whole time, and the show went on and nothing happened.
yeah,
in an
actually,
in an alternate
Imagine.
timeline.
but I wish, but no. Will Smith looked at her, looked at Chris Rock, sat up out of his seat, stepped onto stage, and just slapped him, and you hear it. And everyone there thought it was a joke, but it was not, because Chris Rock just said, "Wow, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me," and then Will Smith famously said, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." It was censored on U.S. television, but it wasn't censored in Britain. So everybody got the sound clip.
I'm
It
glad
became a
Britain
huge thing.
doesn't censor the shit.
I'm glad too. But it was the only thing that people talked about from that Oscars. And the best part is that 20 minutes later, Will Smith won the Oscar for Best Actor. And he went up and he performed, and he acted like nothing happened.
No.
But
It's such. At the time, it was like the funniest thing. People were making memes out of it, like all over the internet. People were joking about it, and then like it was forgotten about. But it's one of those moments where it's like there is something psychologically like going on there, because I will sometimes like just go back and watch it for the hell of it, and like. You see Will Smith laugh at the joke. Like, he thinks it's funny.
He thinks it's hilarious. He just looks at his wife unamused.
Exactly. But the second he looks at his wife, that's when he goes up. So that is just fascinating to me. That, like, his wife didn't like the joke. And, see, he could have just... it's so interesting because he could have literally just said, like, don't make that joke again, or like he didn't have to go on stage and slap the guy, but he did.
Yeah.
So it makes me wonder, like, what is going on, like in the like, if he didn't do that, was he like going to get his shit slapped? Like,
Probably.
it's so interesting.
That family is just the weirdest family I've ever seen, because like Jada Pinkett Smith, like, I think it's Tupac that she's like like involved with, like when he was alive, and she won't stop talking about him. Will Smith doing that, Jaden Smith, and just the weird things that he does every
You've
single
seen
day.
that podcast clip, right? Come on. Where it's like,
Uh,
all my friends are,
People
yeah,
my
yeah,
age
like,
are
oh
always
my.
talking about and I'm like, bro,
Can we just talk about the
don't people
political and
the
economic state of the
political
world
economic
right
state of the
now?
world right now.
It's such an interesting family. Like, I feel
And
bad
like,
because I feel like they're kind of, the internet just kind of treats them as like psychological, like test subjects or something.
it's
When
so
they're
weird that like 10 years later, like the I whip my hair back and forth girl is like the most like sane member of that family.
It really is. Like,
Like, cause she has a good music career now. Like, Willow is like a very talented artist,
mm-hmm.
and like, Jaden Smith is no longer acting in movies. He's on podcasts. He's at the Grammys with a house on his head. Like, it amazes me
Like, what does he
what
even?
that family does.
Do you even know what he does now? Or no?
Nothing. I have no idea.
That's a wow.
Uh, but you want to know something funny about the 2022 Oscars?
What? Besides the slap.
It's the 94th Oscars. It had three hosts. It had Regina Hall, Amy Schumer, and Wanda Sykes. It had three hosts. You want to know who was the host the year before?
Who?
Nobody. Nobody hosted the Oscars the year before.
Hey,
You want to know who hosted? You want to know who hosted before that?
Amy Schumer?
Nobody. Nobody hosted the Oscars for 2 years in a row. And you want to know who was before that?
Are we going 3 years in a row with nobody?
3 years in a row. Nobody hosted
That's
the Oscars.
crazy.
And you want to know who hosted the year before that?
Are we getting to 4 years or?
It's not 4 years. in a
Okay,
row.
okay. I was
Imagine.
that would be insane. So what did
Do you
they
want-
do? Like, without? Did they just have like different announcers? Just no
I think
host
they just
telling
had
jokes or
different-
anything?
Yeah, it was just they just had different people, like, which I don't think really works. Well, I feel like it would work, but I just feel like it's better with like one host who does.
Yeah, but at the
Like,
same
like-
time, Amy Schumer, bro, come on.
But like, it was kind of, it was insane. Like,
That's definitely like one of the top 3 Oscar moments, maybe. Because even like someone like me who doesn't watch them heard about that the next day. It was insane. And
well, speaking of insane,
oh boy.
do you remember the photo of John Cena at last year's Oscars?
I know he was naked.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. He John Cena in the 2024 Oscars appeared naked on stage. He had the envelope in front of his penis to like hide everything. It was like a thing. Do you know why they did that?
No. Is
They
it?
did that because of something. I believe it was 1974. Robert Opel did a streak across the Oscars. He was fully naked and he ran across the stage.
Showing his full Reno
Full
and
everything.
everything. Wow.
He, I forget which award. I think it was, it was weird. It was for Best Picture.
So John Cena was supposed to, well,
The reason why John Cena came out naked was because they were talking about it. They said, "Oh well, a lot of things happen at the Oscars. Like, this is the 50th anniversary. Wait, this is the 50th anniversary of a streaker coming at the running across the stage at the Oscars, and so they said, to honor it, we have John Cena here to streak, and then John Cena like awkwardly walks out and he's like, "Guys, I don't think this is a good idea."
Yeah, that was really funny.
But no, it was Robert Opel is a 33-year-old. He was an American photographer, and he was an openly bisexual man.
Okay.
I don't know why he streaked at the Oscars. I'm trying to find out if it says.
So, like, it wasn't even part of, like, a bit. Well.
It was a protest. It definitely was a protest.
Okay, yeah. I was going to say, that would be kind of crazy for the Oscars to plan as a quote-unquote bit or joke.
It was to protest social norms and a form of political expression.
Okay. I mean, I feel like there could have been other ways of
I feel like, there could have been other
protesting,
ways.
but, you know, to each their own.
To each their own. But no, this man just ran naked across stage.
Wow. And that seems to be one of the few controversies the Oscars makes fun of, where they're just like...
Yeah, it's weird that they like referenced it.
I mean, who knows? Maybe 50 years from now they referenced the Will Smith slap.
Well, they referenced it the year after. It's not like Jimmy Kimmel was cracking jokes like the entire night. He was like, "Guys,
oh yeah, you're right.
Don't come on stage. There, I have security guards.
We're ready to slap you." I feel like every late night host after the 2022 Oscars was only making Will Smith slapping jokes for like 5 months straight. So that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
Wow. You know what? This is all like... Well, besides the slapping, it's all like... more so funny and interesting stuff. Nothing really like... horrific though. I don't know why I was expecting like... I don't know. something insane. But
yeah. But let's get in the time machine and travel back to the year 1973.
Wow. Now we're really going
Can you think of any movies that could have been awarded Oscars in 1973?
These are not Walt Disney's full.
No, it's not
okay.
Walt Disney. No.
No, not
the very
really.
famous movie, considered a really good one.
Good Will Hunt? No.
No, that was later.
Yeah.
It Insists Upon Itself.
No, I can't think.
So, the year before, in 1972, the movie that was sweeping the nation was The Godfather. The Godfather, considered one of the best movies of all time, had just come out. Everybody knew that Marlon Brando was going to win the award.
Mm-hmm.
Marlon Brando does not give two shits about the Oscars. He doesn't like them. But, whatever. He decides, I'm not going to accept this award. I know I'm going to win. I'm going to send somebody else to do it. So he was boycotting the Oscars, and he let this Native American take his place and accept the award to talk about the treatment of Native Americans in Hollywood. Because at this time, it was very cowboys and Indian.
Okay. You know what? You know what? The first half, I was going to say, that's kind of messed up. I understand, like, not wanting to be there. But when so many other people could have gotten that Oscars and him not showing up to accept it is kind of disrespectful. But now that you say that, he sent someone to discuss a real issue in the Hollywood industry. Like,
yeah.
So
and
I was
so
yeah, that's good.
Yeah. How do you think people reacted?
Not very good.
So
I'm sure a lot of people were pissed. Including some of the runner-ups for that specific award.
I don't think they were mad, but the Oscar went to Marlon Brando, and instead, a Native American named Sachin Littlefeather accepted the award on their behalf. She basically said, like, I did this for all the Native American people everywhere who suffered from racial prejudice and discrimination. I did this for all of those who were born under the umbrella of genocide. I did this for everyone who suffered through extreme stereotypes, which not of our choosing. And, like, you might be thinking, like, maybe the award of the speech went on too long. Maybe people, maybe, like, she called people out by name. No, she just said, I don't think it's good to stereotype Native Americans as these Indians on TV shows that like cowboys and Indians stereotype that always happens. I don't like, and she was like, I don't like when people do when people who aren't Native American portray these roles, which is very valid criticism of Hollywood during this time.
She's spitting 100%. Nothing wrong there.
The crowd hated her.
Yep, I can imagine.
The boos, whenever she went up, the boos were loud.
That's... oh my god.
There was an actor, who I forget his name, like had to be held back because he was going to assault her on stage.
I hope that actor became irrelevant, or...
no, it's a very famous actor. I just don't remember his name right now. John Wayne, who is famous for cowboy and Indian films.
Well, I wonder why he got mad.
He was so pissed off that he, I think, give me a second.
That is so sad to want to assault someone over, like, when already so much of... When the crowd is already booing them, do you really have to, like, you know, assault them? Come on.
It was just like, no, John Wayne apparently said if Brando had something to say, he should have appeared that night and stated his views instead of taking some little unknown girl and dressing her up in an Indian outfit.
Oh my god.
John Wayne, like, it's insane that, like, that was the thing. But yeah, that's...
And hey,
so...
that he proved why at the time the Oscars
why the
sucked.
Oscars that needed to happen.
Yeah. Exactly. The message that is the irony is so amazing.
It's so clear. Yeah. But other than that, I think that's like all the major drama that has happened that I know of with the Oscars. Of course there's the speculations that they're rigged, they're biased, they're...
Yeah, and there's also a lot of little things that have happened.
It's just a
like,
money award. Like,
to reference earlier, like Adrian Brody going on a 6-minute speach and the music trying to cut him off.
We never talked about that. Yeah, he broke Oscars history as the longest speech for winning an Oscar.
See, that would be cool if the speech, in my personal opinion, it was. I thought the speech was pretty boring, but
it was a whole lot of nothing. He just kept like.
Well, he spoke very slowly too.
Oh my god, he was so slow.
Yeah.
Did you see the other embarrassing clip of a speech that night?
No.
The winner of Best Original Song. It went to El Mal from Amelia Perez.
Yes, sir.
Which, fine and dandy. I don't like the movie. I haven't watched it, but I've listened to it. I don't like the song. But
it's nice that you're calling it a song to begin with.
The three people came up to get the award.
Mm-hmm.
The main woman grabbed the microphone and started singing the song into the microphone. And she was like, Amelia, Amelia. And she was like, just like, started singing. And then, like, the two people behind her was like, okay. And then they started singing because of how awkward it was. And then, the next category, the guy, was thanking people. And at the end, he was like, and then he started singing as a joke. And he was like, I thank you, everybody. Or something like that. And it was, like, really funny. It was like, nobody wanted to hear them sing live.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad it turned into, like, not so awkward thing, but still. Oh my god. I mean, yeah. How many awards did Emilia Perez win?
Emilia Perez won 2 awards. Oh, my predictions.
Yeah, let's talk about those, cause
I said very confidently that The Wild Robot would win Best Animated Film. Got it wrong. It was the second award announced. It was Strays. It was Stray. Second prediction. Emilia Perez would win 3 Oscars.
You were so close.
It won 2. But however, it also tied Oscar history with 11 nominations and no wins. It tied for the most amount of losses for a film.
Good.
Yeah. I wish it held its own record and it at 13 and it didn't win anything, but
True.
beggars can't be choosers. And my third prediction was A Complete Unknown would win Best Picture, which I said it without seeing the movie. After seeing the movie, I still wouldn't say that. But I didn't think it at the time. I just wanted to throw out a wild card. But after seeing the movie, yeah, I think Anora should have won. But Anora obviously won. A Complete Unknown didn't win a single Oscar.
Wow.
Which I think is kind of insane. I think it's like
I mean, the
main
movie's supposed to
that
be
didn't win
good,
anything.
right? Like,
I liked it.
yeah, that's interesting.
Let me see. The Brutalist won something. Conclave won something. Dune won something. Emilia Perez won something. Substance won something. Wicked. I'm Still Here won something. Yeah, Nickel Boys and A Complete Unknown were the only 2 films nominated for Best Picture not to win anything.
Well,
but, like, I think Nickel Boys was only nominated for like 1 other thing, if that.
Better luck next time, I guess. Anora really sweeped a lot.
I didn't expect Anora to sweep as much as it did. It won Best Original Screenplay, which I did not think it was gonna win. I watched the movie and I said I don't think it's gonna win because it seemed like a lot of that movie was improvised, like from what I saw of the script. But I stood corrected. It won.
Well, I'm glad for them. I'm glad for all the movies, the directors, actors, everything that won that night. Besides Emilia Perez, 2 times too many.
Perez, yeah. Oh, what was the movie that won? It was a big day for No Other Land.
Oh yeah, very happy.
Very happy that won. I'm upset that Gal Gadot wasn't the one who announced it. It would have been really funny.
Oh yeah.
But,
I guess I'm more of a question for you, but like, what do you think of like the Oscars overall? Do you think they're fun? Do you think they've become boring? Like, what do you think?
A bit of both. I feel like, it's like, I think it's really great to show appreciation to movies, and I really like how, like, people make movies that are good to get Oscars. However, I don't like when people make bad movies to get Oscars, and I feel like you see a lot of that where it's a lot of December releases, and they're only made for Oscars. Like,
Like
I'm
a
thinking of like
certain.
Babylon. Like Babylon was released a couple years ago. I don't like that movie. It was made by the same person who made La La Land, but I watched it and I just was very unhappy with what happened. In my review of it, I said it felt like they were making three different movies and they just merged them all into one, and uh, you could tell that they were trying to like Oscar bait, and it really didn't work. 'Cause I don't think it won anything, but I feel like if it focused on a smaller story and didn't go for like this, I think it was probably going for a Margot Robbie nomination.
So,
Uh,
like, did it just try doing too much for
They,
what?
yeah, they tried way too much. They tried telling three different. They basically focused on three different actors, and like their stories intersected at different points, but it felt like they were doing way too much.
Yeah, and then it just became messy and stuff.
Yeah,
Overall.
very. But I feel like if like if he, I don't know. I feel like Oscar bait movies are just sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not, and it's very 50-50.
Yeah, but overall, like, I mean, you said you do think they're a little boring, but at the same time, they can be fun and
Yeah.
show like really make shows to make sure that these directors who are winning the Oscars, the good ones, know that their work is being appreciated and that
Mm-hmm.
to just keep working harder, continue making movies that they love and the messages they want to spread. So, I mean, I used to like not like the Oscars at all. I used to think it was all just Oscar bait trash, and part of me especially hated like the way they treated animated movies back then, as if
Yeah.
they were just like made for little kids and stuff. But now animated movies are getting more recognition or taken more seriously. It seems the Oscars overall has gotten better, especially when it comes to like international films and stuff like that. And I no longer think. I mean, obviously there will always be Oscar bait. It wouldn't be the Oscars without it. But now it seems to be going more down a more positive path, where like it's making me want to check out some of these films that have won and like because what movie I think last year it was crap, I don't remember. It was this really crazy movie.
Mm.
Something I don't remember what it was.
Do you know the plot?
This woman travels through different universes.
Oh, Everything Everywhere All at
Yes,
Once.
yes, yes. I love that movie.
It won Best Picture.
Yeah, and I
It
was
swept the Oscars.
yeah, and I think seeing that movie win that really showed to me like they gave such a beautiful speech, and you could tell they were so happy, they were crying and everything, and I was like, so this is like what the Oscars are about, not so much the Oscar bait, the jokes, the controversy, the directors, the cast, they are able to finally celebrate, really have their efforts realized by, I guess, I mean, who judges like the Oscars exactly? Is it like a
So, it's the Academy, which is full of Oscar winners and then people involved in making movies.
okay?
Like, if you win an Oscar, I think you get inducted into the Academy.
Hmm. I mean, I'm not. I'm saying there's obviously so many movies that already get loved by the public that they don't need to be like deemed as the greatest by the Oscars. But it's just so nice to see it being recognized by the Academy and such unique creativity, especially where we're kind of in an era right now where I feel like, for example, with Marvel movies, it's all just boring, multi-verse stuff. That's a whole other topic. But it's just really cool to see how it's developed. It's nowhere near perfect, and I still won't be like a really active viewer looking forward to it every year. But I can see why people enjoy it now and why it can be hype sometimes. But those are like my thoughts on the Oscars overall.
Yeah, I get it.
And learning that history was very fun. That quite interesting. I'm still thinking about the drunk guy.
Yeah, it's kind of insane.
Yeah,
But yeah. So that was the Oscars. Make sure. We didn't say it earlier. We didn't say subscribe.
oh my god, we're gonna keep bro.
Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, follow the Twitter.
Yes.
Everything.
We are going to keep. I think this is pretty consistent. Like this is coming out like a week after, right? I think.
This should be coming out the Thursday.
Yeah. All right. We're pumping these out at a nice pace so far.
Yeah.
So.
Did you know that you should check if you're subscribed? Because I looked at the analytics, and 80% of people who watch our videos aren't subscribed.
That is true. Also, did you hear about the YouTube ad thing real quick? That
No, I didn't. What?
YouTube is now putting like 10 ads in a single video. And
What?
it does this crazy thing where when you're watching the video and it's about to go to an ad, it like fades to black. And then it plays the ad. It is
insane. That's kind of insane.
It really is insane.
Well, do you know what the new YouTube Premium feature is? Like, it's gonna be a new YouTube feature, but it's on YouTube Premium right now.
Is it the AI stuff? Or
No, I don't know if that's whatever. I have YouTube Premium because I got it for free for 3 months. But whenever an ad, like not an ad, but like whenever a sponsor deal comes on screen, like in the bottom right it says skip, and I'm like, okay, and then you click it, and then it will take you to out. It takes you to after the sponsor read. Because it uses AI to see when people are skipping going in the video to take you there, and then so you can just skip over stuff.
That's really funny.
No, it's funny, but it's also dangerous because like.
Oh yeah, it is also. I mean, I feel like I feel like
people,
just manually skip
like yeah, like I get it. Like if you don't want to watch a sponsorship, but like
I always skip the like 95% of the time we skip the sponsor segments of a video, but like just manually skip it because
I won't skip it if it's a funny bit. If they're doing a funny bit like and it involves a project, then like it's funny.
Agreed. But I feel like ads just I don't know, they suck. I know Twitch will play like 5 different ads before you can watch the stream or whatever. So
I hate Twitch so much. It's so bad.
Don't worry, the inevitable ranting on random social media episode will come.
Oh my god. I mean, I've been wanting to stream on Twitch again. Well, not again. I never streamed on Twitch, but I've been wanting to, cause like I have OBS set up and like I've been playing. I've been trying to speedrun Mario Odyssey and I want to get the time, and I thought of speedrunning it on Twitch, but
Rich, if you're interested in that, tune in to the next episode, cause.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be talking about video games for the next episode.
And also check out the last one because we briefly touched on that. So.
We briefly touched on, Oh my god, I modded my DS. I can talk about that next episode.
Yeah. See, see, this is like good advertising right here.
You have stuff to look forward to.
Exactly.
So that's why you should subscribe. We should have done this earlier in the podcast.
We really should have, but you know what? That's fine.
Right. But, I think it's been an hour. So,
yeah. So, cool, metaphor. Like the ending to a movie. I don't know.
What's an ending to like a Rolling Stone, a complete unknown. Wait, that's not how the song goes.
We'll go with that. We'll go with that.
Yeah. Yeah. We're complete, like the unknown. Oh.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
All right. Thank you for watching the video.
Yeah. Now, while I was saying bye, can you make the logo show up again? But
Yeah.
it just slowly fades, transitioning to the Brutalist poster or something like that.
yeah. Okay, I can do that.
Alright. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Jorge and the other
Thomas.
host. Yeah. And
the other host. Okay.
Thomas. Okay.
You said Jorge and the other host. Okay.
Well, yeah, I wanted you to say your name. Alright.
All right.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.